storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.
Right? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, moving right along, we got to talk about twins here. I'm sorry, Dr. Dre and his grown daughter. She's 38 years old. Her name is LaTanya Young. Now, I'm going to say Andre. I don't want no smoke, but I'm a man. You're not going to fight me anyway. Dre, yeah, I mean, you couldn't deny this young lady if you wanted to. I'm just saying. You couldn't deny this young lady if you wanted to. And I'm just saying, ladies, and I ain't gonna lie, this is no shade to none of y'all, because you can look like your daddy and still be very pretty. Look at Rihanna; she look just like her daddy, but it's still very pretty. But I ain't gonna lie, it be low key creepy when you see a girl, right, and you be like, oh damn, she cute, and then like you meet her parents and it be like, oh shit, this is your daddy. Where the wig on? Anyway, with that being said, LaTanya is talking to the blogs and saying that she is homeless and living out of her car. She does have 4 kids, and she does not have any of her kids. Her kids are living with her friends. Now, no word on why the kids are not living with their father and or fathers, but that's another story for another day. And that's no shade when I say that. You just assume if she has babies, she didn't, make them asexually. Okay. All right. Now, with that being said, she said her dad had paid her rent and provided her with an allowance for many, many years and cut her off as of January 2020. So when she was 37. So I had to backtrack as I was going through the story and saying, wait a minute, you had your pappy, whether he's a billionaire or not, that don't matter. That's his money, not your money. Not only did he pay your mama child support, which I'm sure was a sizable amount over the years, you then was grown and he paid your rent and gave you an allowance up until your big age of 37 years old. Now I'm here to tell you this: he finally cut you off because he might have felt like you wasn't gonna do nothing. You wasn't really doing nothing with your life, because when somebody's paying my rent and paying my allowance, and all he asking for me to do is go get a college degree, you best believe I'm gonna be the best scholar in town. Best believe if I got my daddy paying my rent and my allowance, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna lay up and have no 4 children. My ass is gonna be traveling around the world trying to network, trying to use his name to give me some so I can be living like him one day. I'm just saying, you didn't go about the bag the right way. You weren't really focused, LaTanya, and that's unfortunately that's why you in the situation that you in now. But I'm finding it a little hard to feel sorry for you when literally you have had how many years of paid rent? Ladies, let me ask y'all something in the comment section. What could you do if your daddy gave you an allowance and paid your rent for, let's say 18 to 37 is what, 19 years? What would you do with 19 years of free rent? He could still help her. Yes, he can. But for some reason, he's choosing not to. But damn, he done gave her 19 years. She ain't got nothing put away. Nothing. You ain't got a house that's paid off. She recently moved from Nevada to California for higher wages, but I'm like, damn, you might want to go back to Nevada because the taxes in California, you still ain't going to be making that. Listen, I'm not understanding what's going on with these children of celebrities that are so entitled. That's his money. It's not your money. Yes, theoretically, he could just throw you some money and all your money problems would go away, but actually it wouldn't if you're not responsible. And maybe there's a lot going on behind the scenes with her, because he probably know her better than we do. Maybe there's a lot going on behind the scenes where he figured, I just can't support you no more and your irresponsibility. Number 1. Number 2, ain't no way you telling me you shit out 4 children and you ain't getting child support from not named one of their daddies and or daddy. You ain't getting no help with them children. Why them children with your friends and not with they pappies or pappy? I want to know. I got more questions. Y'all know I don't mind dragging Dr. Dre. I'm not going to necessarily drag him with this one. Now, he stopped communicating with her a long time ago. She had only been communicating through his team for the last, decade and a half or whatever. So for whatever reason, he don't want to talk to her. He don't want to see her. Listen, he's done a lot of messed up stuff over the years. He's no different than the other black men in the industry that only want to claim they curly haired, light skinned kids and not the kids that look just like them and they aunties. Because at the end of the day, when you have kids that look just like you. They remind you of everything you trying to run away from, your blackness. All right, that's just what it is. When he look in your eyes, Latanya, he see his mama, he see his aunties, uncles, and cousins, and all that. And he don't want not name one of that. He don't want to look at your roots and see not a bit of kink. He want to see wet and go, wet and wavy, straight. I'm sorry, he just that's just how those celebs are once they cross over into Hollywood. We gotta call it what it is. You can't if you can use a comb, you can't come across the home. But whether my daddy want to talk to me or not, if you giving me an allowance and you paying my rent and all you asking me to do is a little of this and a little of that, you best believe you ain't got to. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. You don't have to, because I'm gonna set myself up with what you're providing me. There's no reason why this young lady should be homeless. I'm not understanding what's going on. What's going on with you celebrity kids? I'm sorry you homeless. I'm sorry you are. She's doing Uber and she's doing DoorDash, and she's doing what she's got to do. And she says she's going to go work in a factory and make $15 an hour. And she feels like, when she goes out in public and she tells people who her daddy is, which I wouldn't tell them who my daddy was, because you ain't living exactly the way they would expect you to live. But she said people expect me to be a millionaire and I'm not. And they don't. It's not just that Dr. Dre is your daddy. Is that he been paying your rent and supporting you for 19 years past the big age of 18, and he just want to ask you to do XYZ and you didn't do that, but you was having kids instead of being focused on the bag, which you was supposed to be. And now daddy didn't cut you off and you don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. Y'all should have known he didn't really want to claim y'all no way. Hell, y'all know he don't really claim black women like that. You can tell that from the way he beat the hell out of D Barnes and got away with it, and all those niggas stood around and still didn't do nothing. So we just gonna call it what it is. There's no love and no care there, but he's still out of obligation and out of a way of keeping you out of the blogs. Helped you out for the longest, and you shit at that opportunity and pissed it away. So I'm so sorry you homeless, but I just don't know how much sympathy I can give you.
It's Storm Show. Ay, it's Storm Show.